it's story time again. Today's story is Max Meets a Monster by Tracy Hawkins and Chantal Stewart. Are you ready? Grandpa cooked a special dinner for Max. It had all his favourite foods. He was even allowed 3 scoops of chocolate ice cream for dessert. After dinner, Grandpa and Max played with lots of very old, small toy cars. They belonged to Max's father when he was a little boy. When it was time for bed, Max put his torch next to his pillow, snuggled up to old Ted and drifted off to sleep. Max suddenly woke with a start. A snorting, snuffling sound echoed around his room. Max lay very still, his eyes wide open with fright. Went the noise. What could make such a horrible sound? Was it something hiding under his bed? Could it be a monster making all that noise? He grabbed his torch, leaned over the other side of his bed and quickly turned it on. No monsters there, just a pair of Grandpa's old boots. The noise grew louder and louder. Max's heart thumped louder and harder. The spluttering, snoring sound was coming from outside the room. Max picked up his torch and old Ted. He knew old Ted might get a little bit scared if he was left behind. So together they tiptoed out of the room in search of the monster. Max shone his torch around the walls. No monsters there. He hugged old Ted very tightly. Poor Ted was feeling very scared. The noise got louder. It sounded like it was coming from the bathroom. Could a monster be in the bathroom? Max slowly slid open the bathroom door. He quickly turned on the light, but the bathroom was empty. No monsters there. The grunting grew louder. It was very close. Max crawled along the floor, dragging old Ted behind him. The torch wobbled in his hand, making scary shadows on the walls. Slithering like a snake, Max and old Ted slid into the living room. The noise was getting louder and louder. Thumpity thump, thumpity thump, thumpity thump went Max's heart. The monster was here. Awful snorting sounds were coming from behind the big brown couch. Max was getting closer to the monster. Carefully and quietly, he climbed to the top of the couch. Shaking with fear, he shone his torch. Max could see the monster's mouth opening and closing. Suddenly, the torch slipped out of Max's hand and hit the monster on the head with a loud thud. "Ah!" bellowed the monster. "Ah!" screamed Max as he fell off the top of the couch, landing right on top of the monster. "Ugh!" groaned the monster. "Grandpa," said Max. Max, said Grandpa. Oh, I thought you were a monster, sighed Max. A monster with a bump on his head, said Grandpa, rubbing his head. Max giggled and gave his grandpa a big monstrous hug. It wasn't really a monster, it was Grandpa snoring all along. I hope you enjoyed the story. Bye bye.